of your writings and your speeches, your talks, your lectures, you've used the term nonviolence and Christian love. Exactly what does this mean?
Well, in short, I would say nonviolence means the refusal to use violence in any way in order to achieve a social end. It means refusing to use external physical violence and also refusing to use internal violence of spirit. And I would also say that it is a method which seeks to secure moral ends through moral means. And it grows out of the whole concept of love, because if one is truly nonviolent, that person has a loving spirit. He refuses to inflict injury upon the opponent because he loves the opponent. And I think the two go together, that the idea of love is a basic part of the whole idea of nonviolence and vice versa.
And thus you get the expression nonviolence and Christian love.
Yes.
Well, Doctor, what effect are the sit-ins having on the progress of the Southern Negro and his struggle for equality?
Well, I think a tremendous effect. I am convinced that when the history books are written in future years, historians will have to record this movement as one of the greatest epics of our heritage. I think the movement represents struggle on the highest level of dignity and discipline. No one of goodwill can disagree with the ends of the sit-in movement, the end to break down all barriers between people on the basis of race or color. But the thing that impresses me about the movement is the fact that they have followed means that grow out of the highest tradition of nonviolence and peaceful methods. And I think this is the thing that makes this movement unique and makes it one of the most significant developments in the whole racial struggle. I think also that one of the interesting things about the movement is that it's not only a lofty movement based on proper means and proper ends, but it is achieving something concrete. And so as a result of the sit-in movement, more than 112 cities have desegregated their lunch counters in the border and southern states. Therefore, we see tangible gains as a result of this very impressive and magnificent movement that has engulfed our Southland and electrified not only our nation but the whole world.
Well, Doctor, you have visited Africa and many of our neighbors abroad. So exactly what effect, or rather, what reaction does the African have on the American Negro situation as it stands today in America, in this country?
Well, there's quite a bit of interest and concern in Africa for the situation in the United States. African leaders in general and African people in particular are greatly concerned about the struggle here, and they are quite familiar with what is taking place. I just returned from Africa a little more than a month ago, and I had the opportunity to talk with most of the major leaders of the new independent countries of Africa, and also leaders in countries that are moving toward independence. And I think all of them agree that in the United States we must solve this problem of racial injustice if we expect to maintain our leadership in the world, and if we expect to serve as a moral voice in a world that is two-thirds colored. And of naturally everything that happens in the United States in the racial area, the area of racial injustice, is well publicized throughout Africa and Asia, so that they are familiar with it, and they are saying in no uncertain terms that racism and colonialism must go, for they see the two as based on the same principle, a sort of contempt for life and a contempt for human personality.